What nerdigans? This is the one and only Packer Girl 89 of Nerdigans, and today's Manga Nerdigan live reaction video is going to be for Star of Beethoven chapters 16 through 20. But before we get into this final live reaction, we are at war with YouTube's algorithm, and it is slowly but surely killing my channel. And in order to defeat this algorithmic beast, we need you to please hit that like, share, and subscribe buttons. And because, of course, this channel, let alone this video, are not sponsored, and we ain't sponsored by Shueisha, and we ain't sponsored by Manga Plus, and we ain't sponsored by Viz. And considering how much we promote Manga Plus on this channel, it's kind of surprising, right? But if you love what we're doing and want to help keep me, my adorable Willow Bubba Kitty, who's somewhere around here, and this operation, well, literally alive and kicking, so we can keep bringing you more anime and manga content, whether it be news, analysis, or live reactions like this one, feel free to hit up our Cash App, PayPal, and Coffee. Links are in the description box below, as well as the link to our Patreon, where we are doing our anime live reaction content, because unlike YouTube, where we constantly have to worry about getting a copyright strike for showing anything on the screen, well, Patreon, we don't have to worry about that. So we can have our full setup of the anime and manga side by side and have the audio to boot, which is not only great for busting a botched localization or two, but it's great for when we cover anime original content like, say, Dragon Ball Daima, which we covered in both the sub and the dub. And the more views and subscribers we get on Patreon, the more anime we'll cover. And hell, if you're a $10 patron, you get to choose the series we cover as well. And there is a stacked summer anime season that's just begun, and wow, it kicked off with a bang with Takapi's Original Sin. And there's even more on the way. So please check out our Patreon. The link is in the description box below. So Star of Beethoven is the final weekly Shonen Jump manga to get axed this time around. And how we do our final live reactions are we don't have a recap. We just dive straight into the chapters. And then when we're done, we give our thoughts on the chapters, our thoughts on, of course, the ending, considering, it's axed and all that, and our thoughts on the series as a whole. So let's get into chapter 16 first and see how this series is going to end. I've always viewed our work as a logical extension of hunting. Huh? What are you on about? Just hear me out. If you want to live, you gotta hunt up a meal. That's how animals survive in the natural world. Add concepts like division of labor and remuneration to that, and you've got the basis of human civilization. That's why this job is such a good fit for me. It's simple, it's instinctual. I just crush obstacles that get in the way. But when I was beating on that kid back there, not once did he use his hands to protect himself. They say a pianist's fingers are their lives, but I always thought that was an exaggeration. Right! If people are moved by your performances, you can rake in a lot of money. Hey, great. But I don't know, it seems like there's more to it than that. I get the feeling they're devoting their life to something without regard for its utility. Look, I get learning music to join a band or get popular with girls. The vibe with him? That ain't it. What is the deal with pianists? And chapter 16 is titled The Tribe of Pianists. Well, it's more so like the tribe of musicians, too, if you think about it. Hey, Beethoven, I don't think that I even like the piano all that much. Huh? It's like there's been one in front of me from the moment I was born, and I grew up thinking that playing piano was just part of being human. So even after stepping away from it, I couldn't really imagine a life without the piano. The reason I was so drawn to how my master played was because I envied the pure joy in his playing. I don't know if you can relate to what I'm saying. Absolutely I can. You and I are quite alike. I was born into a middle-class musical family and told to become a great musician like my grandfather. Sometimes I would play the piano in tears after my drunken father dragged me out of bed in the middle of the night. Damn, what ass! Yeah? Yaso, do you have a lover? What? Is there a girl you love? Not sure why it matters, but no. When you truly love someone, they become a part of you. That is how I feel about music. When I lost my ability to hear, I sank into a deep despair. I was at the brink of ending it all. The only thing that stopped me was the inexorable sense that there was still music I needed to write. It was music that nearly killed me and music that saved my life. My feelings for music transcend fleeting emotions such as joy and hate, for that is the way of love. That is deep. It is a part of us, and if misused, it will destroy us. What is your goal in life, Yaso? What ideal do you hold dear? What is it that you strive for? What ideal? Is he asking what kind of pianist I want to be? Now go and become a good pianist. You better become the best pianist in the world. That's a good question. My goal right now. I think it's to become a pianist who could play the music of Beethoven even better than Beethoven himself. Sorry, I'm sorry. Even I can tell that was ridiculous. That was a weird thing to say, wasn't it? Yes, it was. Were you sincere? Yeah, I mean, I didn't say it was as a joke or on a whim or anything. You were the impetus for the piano coming back into my life, and now I want to surpass you. I see. Beethoven likely isn't aware of this, but thanks to him, in the 200 years since his debut, countless composers have given up writing music, and countless pianists have faded into the shadows of history. 100 years ago, the greatest pianist in contemporary Japan went to Vienna. When he realized his level of talent didn't impress the rest of the world, he threw himself off the roof of his hotel. Oh, shit! Love of Beethoven has cast a dark and bloodstained shadow, and within that shadow, one young Japanese man now stands filled with respect and devotion before the man himself. If that's your goal, Ichiro Yaso, then pursue and achieve it. Even if you are mocked as a fool, you must follow the star and the one I see within you and only you, and take on the challenges you will need to master to reach it. Prove to me that you are committed to your ideals, young pianist of the future. So when it comes to dealing with Beethoven and the ring, there's an extremist faction and a moderate faction, and are you listening to me? No. I'm still thinking about how scary pianists are in the wild. That they are. I do hope those two don't stir up trouble, but are you kidding me? I knew I'd forgotten something. Wow, you really trashed my place. Should we move out? We're not moving, we're cleaning up. Yeesh. Yeah. Now I can see the star too, Master. As soon as we finish cleaning up, will you help me practice again? All right. What should we work on next? The Star of Beethoven, haha. How about the Moonlight Sonata? Oh, I guess you don't know it by that name. Opus 27. Opus 27? Really? Is something wrong? No, nothing's wrong. It's just such a big hit. I'm a bit sick of it. Well, that was fast that they cleaned it. I wonder how the Railroad Festival competition will go. People say Yaso isn't the pianist he used to be. Oh, yeah? Then I guess it's going to be all about Sakami again. And then came the Railroad Festival opening day. Now let's get to chapter 17. Hey, how about some yakisoba? Our final rehearsal's about to begin. Hey, where's Tanaka? I can't get a hold of him. And chapter 17 is titled Veritable Eight-Faceted Jewel. All right, let's see what this says here. It says on the monument, the pure remained pure. The talented did not lose its flaws. Selflessly, the moon beamed its light in all directions. A veritable eight-faceted jewel. Amid this radiance, the sound of the koto rose into the night. Who knows how far it carried with its calmly intriguing sounds, its clear and noble harmonies. It's seen the very music of the heavens. And it's by Ichio Higuchi, The Sound of the Koto. All right, there we go. Japan, 1945. Ooh, there's a... Yeah. How could this happen? Where did my house go? Where's Mom and Dad? Mom, Dad, Katone, where are you? Answer me, please. I guess they're not anywhere. My stomach. I'm so hungry. Hey, kid. So this has to be, if it's 1945, this has got to be after the atomic bomb. Hey, kid, what have you got there? Potato, I found it. I'm going to give it to my mom. You have a mom, huh? You're lucky. And you have a potato. So what? You're lucky. Whoa, that's so pretty, isn't it? Kid, get that potato back safe to your mom. I will. Hey, what are you doing? Are you insane? Excuse me, a woman playing music alone. Do you want to get robbed and murdered? Oh, of course not. I'm sorry. You speak Japanese really well. Where are you from? Germany? Where are your parents? My parents are in our homeland. The people I was staying with here, they're all dead. Oh, that was Beethoven's Moonlight Sonata, wasn't it? Oh, you know it? Yeah, that was really beautiful. Enough to keep me from descending into barbarity. Huh? Do you have any other relatives here? No, I don't. Then come with me. You play the piano, so I'll bet I can find you work. My uncle's place is a 3-day walk from here. His family are wealthy musicians. I could probably get him to take care of us. My name is, Kyoichi Yaso. What's yours? It's Amelia Mayer. Amelia? I was ready to just wither and die on the side of the road, but not anymore. Now I want the whole country and the world to come and hear the music I just heard. And to help bring that world about, I'm going to build a school. Will you help me? Oh my God! Here to watch how your disciple fares? What a sweetheart you are, Mr. Beethoven. Who the hell are they? The Mafia? They sure got that vibe. I can't believe we're stuck on babysitting duty. Now, Lexi. Our mission is to keep tabs on Mr. Beethoven, remember? Maybe put down the hot dog and cotton candy when you're lecturing me about our mission. Apparently, this Reiro Festival competition is quite the event. Since this is Japan's most elite musical academy, it essentially determines who's going to be the country's top high school pianist. I can't help but wonder what young Mr. Yaso has in store for us. Whoa, the Reiro Academy campus is huge. Did Yaso really return here? Maybe I should enroll too. Whoa, what the hell? Which is why I made a list that I shared, so check it. Yes, ma'am. Ms. President, we need more students to staff the West Info desk. We have Team E on call for that. Pull them in. Yes, ma'am. Madam Head Maid, we don't have enough eggs to make omurice. Then make a cutesy maid version on the peel-off in the freezer. God, I'm so damn busy, I could die. You've got this, Miss Oka. Excuse me, yes? Where's the competition being held? At an outdoor stage set up over that way. Just follow the crowds. Okay, is there any sort of, like, VIP seating? You could say that Ichiro Yaso and I are very close friends. What? Oh, I sense impending bloodshed. Uh-oh. Our concerto will be the headlight performance of the competition. Let's give it our all to make this the finest performance possible. Yes, ma'am. Now, let's all enjoy the grudge match as those two settle their score in the competition. Oh, this is going to be interesting. The Reiro Festival competition is about to begin. Mr. Sakami, if you would, I'm about to crush every last molecule of your being. What an asshole! So hard that you'll never bother me again. So hard that you'll never want to play Beethoven's Moonlight Sonata again. Oh, is that right? Huh? I don't like him. What's that man's problem? Does he mean to pick a fight with me? I'm going to dominate all of this. My instrument, the audience, the music, and I'll even dominate Beethoven himself. All right, so he's playing Ludwig van Beethoven's Piano Sonata number 17, Opus 31, Tempest. All right, let's see how this goes. Let's see if the art speaks to me. Chapter 18 is titled The Tempest of Claude's, wait, hold on a second. Damn it! Stupid thing. Of Claude Sakami. There we go. Here we go. Let's see. Ooh. Anton Schindler said that when he asked Beethoven how to interpret the sonata, the composer told him to read Shakespeare's The Tempest. That anecdote became the source of the sonata's nickname, although there is no official record of their conversation. Now, if the reference to Shakespeare's The Tempest makes you imagine sorcery summoning a storm to destroy a ship in the name of revenge, you won't find a tempest as evocative of destruction or vengeance as this one. Most of the people gathered here are from elite families whose lives are free of toil and troubles. After all, pianists tend to be born into homes with grand pianos with a 5-figure price tag. But there was no such piano in my home. On first hearing, his playing seems violent and destructive, but that only stands out because of his subtle touches. It is the height of arrogance and insolence to think that my composition needs to be touched up by him, but his touches do seem to stem from a unique and careful exploration of the true essence of my piece. My life as a pianist began with a flyer I found in my mailbox. Those who play for fun, for discipline, for refinement, or because they have a parent who's a pianist, I disdain them all. Those blessed by circumstance, carried along on the breezes of destiny. Those who revere the classics as the epitome of art, improving nothing and advancing nothing. Their passivity sickens me. This art is great. Those capable of nothing but stagnation shall be knocked into the verges beside my elevated path. I will dominate the piano, my predecessors and their music, and drive it all forward. In the final phrases of the piece, the storm seems to calm. This is my tempest. Dude, this art is great! I'm sad that this is getting axed. It was if this wasn't getting axed, we would be getting like more. Like, this is way too short. I want because I picture how PPPPP's piano performances were. Like, that's what we'd be getting with this. We'd be getting like more. We'd be getting a full-on storm. That was an incredible performance. I think I get it now. That was the angle he's been working towards. How can my playing possibly beat that? Are you serious? Dude, I forgot how thick she was. Jesus. Are you seriously still thinking like this? You sure do love to worry. Cowan, a lovely day to you, Yasso. The council president just left. She probably went to see Yasso. We'll have to manage without her for a while. You know, I'm starting to think that lady who was dressed like a maid didn't arrange VIP seating for me at all. Duh. Are you okay? You're bathed in sweat. Got some problem with your metabolism? Well, that is, what is that? Some kind of weird pickup line? I will punch you. I will kick you. I will break your fingers. Okay, stop, please. Are you still afraid of losing? Or maybe you're thinking of quitting again? I'm just a little nervous, that's all. To be honest, you're right. I'm afraid of losing. Afraid I'll start to hate my playing again. Huh? Is that right? I've always loved it myself, the way you play, I mean. Aw. At competitions, performers are judged on a scale of 25 points, but not all performances with perfect scores resonate, and some performances that don't make it into the finals are incredible. The times you've felt trapped by your own talent, the times you've found pleasure in it, the times you've gotten lost in your desperate chase for whatever, I've always kept listening. Sakami has his way of playing, and you have your own. I just want to hear a piano performance by the Ichiro Yasso of today. Wait, could that be love? What? Love? Let's not get carried away here. I didn't mean it like... okay, got it. Thank you. I'm gonna go play, Oka. Oka? Great. You go knock him dead, Ichiro! There he is, the Ichiro Yasso. I've been waiting for this. Bet he's past his prime. Come on, Yasso? No way. I wonder why people play the piano. Sure, it feels good. The cheers, the applause, beat of your heart, the sound of your breath, all of that fades away into the distance. Since ancient times, people have made music. Well, I might not entirely understand it yet, Master, but maybe the whole point is moments like these. Ooh, I love this, where Yasso is starting to play, and it's like this moment of peace, serenity. There we go. Ludwig van Beethoven Piano Sonata number 14, Opus 27, movement number 2, Moonlight. All right then, let's play. Dude, this page is beautiful. All right, let's get to chapter 19 and see how this is going to go. Chatter, chatter. Yasso, Mr. Yasso, just become a good pianist, okay? Some of the attendees here have idolized Mr. Yasso for years. Others have doubts about his current level of skill. The vibe isn't totally unwelcoming, but aren't all these expectations putting more pressure on him? You think so, but to me it appears he's oblivious to his surroundings. Pianists get so close to the hearts of others. Ooh, this transition for Yasso, where he takes a breath and he delves into the moonlight. With the reverse negative contrast is stunning. And yet, they are more alone than anyone. Here we go. Here's the Moonlight Sonata. And chapter 19 is titled Ichiro Yasso's, I think it's supposed to be Ichiro Yasso's Moonlight. But anyways. Control your breathing. Hit the keys. The hammer strikes the strings. Sound is produced. Hearts vibrate to its wavelength. Breathe in the atmosphere. Restore strength to your fingers. Incredible, Mr. Yasso. It's like each note sparkles. Ooh, weird. It's like the world has shrunk down to nothing but me and this piano. Yet, I can still sense the heart. I love that each heart is like a star. Yet, I can still sense the hearts of the audience near me. Maybe I needn't have worried after all. In comparison to the last lad's deeply layered performance, Yasso's playing seems almost translucent. I don't know if that's a reflection of the nature of each performer's soul, but it isn't easy to change the nature of sound so significantly. You need a clear sky for starlight to shine through. I like this line. This is great. Play the music, weave the notes together to the eternal sky, to the secluded night. Ooh. I needed more from this art. I'm so let down. It was going so well. Like, since this manga was getting axed anyway, I was really hoping that we were going to get more, that like throughout this whole chapter, it was going to be reverse negative contrast. We were going to see the stars and like see more from this. I'm so let down. I finished playing. How did it get so quiet? The sound is returning. Yaso, Ichiro Yaso, welcome back! Yay! Good for him. Excuse me, is this register open? Oh yes, step right up, please. Yaso, nicely done. Thanks. Whoa, Mr. Yaso! What the hell? That was totes amazing. I was like legit moved. Step away from Ichiro. Oh, that made for before. Yaso, Ms. Igo, I was envious of you for having spent so much time learning piano from my grandfather, and then seeing you squander the talent he helped to cultivate was an insult I could not forgive. However, the fact that his tutelage resulted in you being able to play the Moonlight Sonata as well as you just did is something I take great pride in. Thank you for that, Yaso. No, thank you. And now I must prepare for my own concerto. It's not like that. Try not to get carried away, leveraging your success to win the hearts of beautiful women. It's not like that. Shut up! It is like that. Well then, it seems you've fallen short this time, Sakami. Yep, played me in a fair fight. I have no excuses. It appears that Ichiro Yaso's role in my life is to be my lifelong rival. Well, in which case, next time I will defeat him. Well, I look forward to that. Lexi, what is it, Marcy? Do you know where Beethoven is? I was so focused on that performance that I took my eyes off him. As did I. This could be a disaster, Lexi. We need to find him and... What? Someone's climbed up onto the stage. Bravo! 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 Ooh, what's going on? I know that voice. An exceptional performance. You've really grown as a musician. This is it, Yaso. This is the beginning of our musical revival. Wait, what? All right, let's see what this final chapter is going to be. Whoa, what's this? Got ourselves a broadcast blooper in the making. Between the fame of Igao and the performances of Yaso and Sakami, not to mention a repost from Amazu for some reason, the live stream of this show has broken 10,000 plus viewers. What is it? Nothing. It's just that I've always wanted to find a way to get people to pay more attention to classical music. True that. It does have a bit of an elitist rich person image. A festival like this getting so much attention is a good thing. Yeah, totally. We're not rock stars exactly, but more like classic stars, I guess. And this chapter, of course, is titled Star of Beethoven. Yaso, this era, it's a good one, I think. No idiotic nobility to deal with. That's what you think! Many ways for talented musicians to make a living. Rock and jazz are both quite interesting, and there's been a revolution in how music is recorded and distributed. You and I played at my Fifth Symphony four-handed. Even though it was an arrangement for the piano, your playing had a clarity that captured the essence of the complete piece. When I lost my hearing in the middle of my life, I thought, if there were only someone who could perform my music better than me, I would very much like to hear that performance. Maestro, delivery of wine has arrived from shop music. What a pity, too late. I don't want to be too late. If such a person were to appear, I reckon I would have to leave him with something. That's what I had in mind. But I gave up on that. I changed my mind. I hadn't been taking it seriously enough. This era, your talent, nor had I been showing enough respect for my own talent and for this miracle. I wrote number 33 in order to give it to you, but I've changed my mind. This music is the theme for a new beginning. Huh? A 33rd Beethoven sonata? There's no such thing. For you see, I had yet to truly appreciate the full potential of the musicians of this era, and my great fortune in having sound and life returned to me. Now I shall challenge this new world and invite you all to challenge me in return. Ichiro Yaso, don't let him play that piano! His existence here is already throwing the world to chaos! You savages! Go ahead, Beethoven. No matter how this piece of music changes our world, one day it will still be me who surpasses you. More mere words. Spew as many of them as you like. I will respond to that not with words, but with performance. Good. Then prove it to me if you can. For I am Beethoven himself. For I am Ludwig van Beethoven himself. Yeah! Mr. F, I suspect this may be Ah, so there you are, Master Beethoven. Ooh, huh? What composition was that? Did I just, Faye, who is that man? Ha, look, that woman there is weeping. An appropriate reaction to this momentous occasion. Ha, climb up here with me, Ichiro Yaso. I will. When you aim for the highest star, the threads of immortality are spun. I love that it says thus end here. Yeah. Oh my god. I actually like how this ended. Like, in terms of, like, Beethoven being like, the fact that Beethoven didn't go back in time, or, like, didn't go back to the underworld or afterlife or whatever, I like that he just exposed himself as, like, yeah, bitch, I'm Beethoven. I issued a challenge to the world. I'm throwing the world into chaos. Fuck it. I don't care. I love it. Now, the rest of the content leading up to this, though, I'm let down by. Because what I would have loved to see leading up to this, in terms of visual exposition, I wanted to be taken into the fantasy. I wanted to see the raging waves of Tempest. I wanted to see it. Same with the moonlight. I wanted to see the contrast with the moonlight. But I do like the other chapter with Yaso's ancestor. Like, I liked seeing that connection. That, I think, I thought that was very interesting. The Asians being, like, tossed to the side and being useless, that really fucking sucks. There could have been so much more done with them. But, yeah, in terms of the series as a whole, this series had so much potential. But this was not a Weekly Shonen Jump series. Just like PPPPP, these two series were these were like Jump Plus series. These were meant for, like, either Jump Plus or Young Jump. Or hell, even Jump SQ. These were not Weekly Shonen Jump series. I've really come to realize, like, series like this, like music-based series like this, especially with a more of a darker subject matter, they're not for this magazine. They're not. No. These kinds of series are meant for something, for, like, a Jump Plus or for a Young Jump. I mean, look at Kono, in the case of Jump SQ, look at Kono Ototamare. Kono Ototamare is a music series, and it is fucking amazing, and it's done so well. It's on Jump SQ, and it does really, really well. And that's why I'm like, I feel like this kind of series, or I think PPPPP would have done better on Young Jump as well. But, like, these kinds of series, these music series, I don't think they work for Weekly Shonen Jump. I think these are more so, as I said, I think these are more so like either a Young Jump or a Jump Plus series. I think that's the problem. The other thing I think that led to this series' downfall as well, and this is why PPPPP worked a little bit better in comparison to this, and this is why Kono Ototamare works so well, and why it's so successful, besides obviously the writing is really good in Kono Ototamare, is when you have a music series, you gotta really go for it with the metaphorical art. You gotta go for it, because Beethoven was great. I liked Beethoven's writing. Yaso's writing was decent, but man, and actually another one that really goes for it with the metaphorical art to an extent, until it really does, is Shiori Experience as well. But yeah, I think that's what was missing here with the music art, is the metaphorical art. Now, if you had like a Kono Ototamare up in here, that something like that, where the mangaka really, really went for it with the metaphorical art, I think this manga could have succeeded a lot more. I'm very curious what you guys think about that. I think, as I said, I think the pacing did kind of hurt this a little bit, but then again, this is why I say this manga is more for like a weekly, I say this was more of a weekly, a Jump Plus series, because with Jump Plus lets you kind of like, because it is kind of a slow burn series in a way, you don't have to worry about like going like have like an extremely fast paced series. Like you could like kind of have like a little bit of a slower burn. But I gotta wonder in this situation here, because everything was here. I was invested in Beethoven and I was invested in Yasso. So I have to wonder in this situation, I gotta wonder if this is, at least in my opinion, I think this is, and this has been happening a lot. This is an editorial problem. I think this is something that's happening at Weekly Shonen Jump for quite a few series, is there's a little bit of an editing problem. There is. The editors at Weekly Shonen Jump need to start stepping in and start like being like, look, you gotta like go for it just a little bit more. Like give me like, in terms of pacing, they gotta really step in and be like, dude, this pacing is insane. You need to do a little bit something more with this pacing or with this structure. Or in the case of this, they got to be like, you have everything here, but because there's no actual music, you need to like transport the reader into like the world that the pianist is trying to create, that kind of thing. Because that's or the musician's trying to create. Because that's what we see in music series like, that's why, as I said, that's why series like Kono Ono Tamere and Shiori Experience work so well, is because, and PPPPP works so well, is because they were able, they had the musicians able to take the reader into that, to their world. And this series didn't do that. That, I think, was probably the biggest problem. But yeah, this series, I noticed it too, and you probably noticed it as well, is this, if you read Shiori Experience, this was trying to bring a little bit of Shiori Experience into this. I don't know how I feel about I don't know, I kind of wish they would have done, like, if Star Beethoven was like Shiori Experience, but with classic music, I think that would have been a little bit more fascinating, at least for me. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, what you guys think. And remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Nerdigans Inc. Love what we're doing. I want to help keep this operation alive and kicking so we can keep bringing you more manga content. A few ways you could do that. Donate to our Cash App, PayPal, Patreon, Coffee. Purchase something off our Amazon wishlist. All that's in the description box below. Also, make sure you follow us on Twitter, Twitch, Discord. Friend us on PlayStation Network. That's in the description box below as well. Till next time, Nerdigans, I will be seeing you later. Bye!